What's up, everybody? Ryan here from Wreck-It Ryan, and this is my first video, so kind of exciting. And we're going to talk about Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. That's right, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we're going to talk about something that might seem a little controversial: the Mii costumes from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. But I think there's something to be said about these Mii costumes. I think there's a lot of information that we can pull from them to predict newcomers in the next Smash game. There's a reason that Sakurai and his development team decided to make these costumes in the first place, so maybe they have to do with the ballot, maybe not. But regardless, I think there's some good info. So to predict the future, we're going to look to the past. Alright, so Wave 1, we had the following Mii costumes released for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Now, some of these I'm going to cross out. They're kind of redundant, like the Link one, and the cat and the monkey suit. They don't really count for what we're talking about. And before I go any further, I just want to say this is purely my thoughts. This is just speculation, so take everything with a little grain of salt. So first, Majora's Mask costume. It certainly looks a lot like Skull Kid. So I think Skull Kid will... Of course, he was an assist trophy in the Wii U and 3DS. I know some people want him to be a new fighter. I'm not sure if he could quite swing it with enough unique moveset potential. So I'm going to say for him, I think he'll stay an assist trophy. But who knows? Anything could happen. Next, we have the X and Proto Man costumes. And of course, Proto Man and Base are part of Mega Man's new Final Smash. And X looks pretty similar to Mega Man too, so I don't think there's going to be any additional potential for these two costumes. Dunban is from the original Xenoblade. Unfortunately, I never actually played that game, so I don't know much about him. But needless to say, I think he'll stay as either a costume, at most become an assist trophy. So far, nothing too interesting. But next, we have Wave 2, and this introduces some new characters here. And of course, Inkling is one of the new characters introduced to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we have some other ones that I want to talk about. Isabelle certainly being one. Her name has been floating around in a lot of leaks of late, and I could definitely see her as being an Echo fighter for Villager. She has a lot of popularity, and she is basically the new Tom Nook of the Animal Crossing series. So I think she could definitely play a pretty big role in Animal Crossing, especially I'm predicting it's going to be at least announced next year, hopefully being released holiday 2019. So I think if they're kind of planning everything out ahead of time, Isabelle should be a big name moving forward for Nintendo. So I could definitely see her becoming an Echo fighter in this new game. For Zero, I think he's an interesting character, has pretty cool sword fighting abilities. I could see him becoming an assist trophy. However, I think most of the new fighters, both brand new and Echo fighters, are going to be from Nintendo franchises. And I don't think they're going to pull from other companies like Namco, Capcom, and third parties, because I'm taking Sakurai at his word that he's not going to introduce that many new characters in this new game. So he has to be pretty selective about the fighters that he's going to introduce. So I don't think he'll be anything more than an assist trophy. And Heihachi, I know from Street Fighter, has been thrown around a lot as being an Echo for Ryu. And again, I'm following the same kind of logic. My theory being they're not going to introduce new fighters that aren't from Nintendo franchises. And Akira and Jackie are from the Virtua Fighter games. And now it makes sense why they're here, because with the Mii fighters, you only have the Gunner, Sword Fighter, and Brawler. So you're going to fill out the Brawler role, you're going to have to pull from some of these um, more beat 'em up kind of style games. But needless to say, I think they're going to be Mii Costumes, or at most just an assist trophy. Next, we have Wave 3. I'm going to cross out the ones that I don't think are relevant. We're left with Lloyd, King K. Rool, and Chrom. And so I have some interesting ideas for all three of these characters. Of course, King K. Rool is at the top of the leak list. He's the most commonly leaked character, probably one of the more wanted characters now after Inkling and Ridley have been announced. So I could definitely see King K. Rool being a brand new character, becoming a villain, a heavy class fighter. Two things that we need more of in the Smash series. And Chrom, I think, is an interesting pick. I know I watched a video from Papa Genos. I'll put his channel in the description because I thought he had some really cool ideas about Chrom. And that looking at Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, Palutena had some interesting things to say about him, in that he was like a pretty much identical to Ike in his fighting style, and of course Chrom in his Lucina's reveal trailer and Robin's reveal trailer was saying, maybe I'll get my chance some other day. So I think Chrom could actually be, and I admit there are too many sword fighters and too many Fire Emblem characters in Super Smash Brothers, but I could definitely see him being introduced as an Echo fighter for Ike rather than an Echo for Marth and Lucina. And then for Lloyd Wright from Tales of Symphonia for the GameCube, which is an amazing game, I could see him becoming an assist trophy, but unfortunately, I don't think he'd have enough pull to become a full-on brand new fighter. Now, Wave 4, we saw some more interesting picks here. We're going to cross out the ones that aren't relevant. Of course, Fox, Captain Falcon are already characters. And we're left with two Monster Hunter characters, the actual hunter, and then I think this is one of the larger monsters in the game that you can fight, and then Viridi from Kid Icarus Uprising. I think Monster Hunter could become an assist trophy. Again, I don't think they have enough pull to become a brand new fighter for Ultimate. Viridi is an interesting one. I think she could be one of those characters where Sakurai, he loves his Kid Icarus franchise. He loves those characters. I could definitely see him adding another one in this installment. We had Pit from Brawl, and then he added both Palutena and Dark Pit in the last game. I feel like he can't help himself but to add another Kid Icarus Uprising character. It could be Viridi, it could be Phosphora, it could be Hades or Medusa. I think any of those would be a great pick. Of course, since we're talking about Mii Costumes, I think Viridi is definitely going to be in this new game in some form. If not an assist trophy, I think she actually stands a chance of becoming a brand new fighter. Could have some really cool nature style moveset. I think it would be very unique. And we have Wave 5 and Wave 6 to wrap up this video. I'm going to cross these ones out. Of course, Knuckles has been announced as an assist trophy, and Takamaru has been announced again as an assist trophy. So again, this kind of just feeds my idea that the Mii Costumes are becoming more prominent in the new game. They're becoming assist trophies, or they're becoming brand new fighters in the case of the Inkling. So I think some of these costumes we're going to see in the future are going to be revealed as either assist trophies or new fighters. That's just my theory, but I'm sticking to it for this, at least for this video. And we have Gino up here, and again, one of the more requested and leaked characters. I actually do think he stands a chance of becoming a brand new fighter. I think it would be a really cool addition to the roster. So I could definitely see that one. I love Chocobos from Final Fantasy. They're so cool, super cute. I have a plush in my room right now. I think the Chocobo would be a really cool assist trophy. I could see them maybe like dashing across the screen or something, maybe even carrying some black mages or something on their back, and it could be a pretty cool assist trophy. So I could definitely see them fulfilling that role. And then from wave 6, we have Ashley, who I think, again, I would say King K. Rool is probably the most likely from the list I'm talking about. I think Ashley is the second most likely, because she has such a strong following in Japan. I just think, you know, she stands such a good chance because if you just look up, there's so much stuff out there for Ashley. There's a huge fan base for her. I didn't know that playing WarioWare for many years, but she is a cool character, and the more I think about it, I think she'd be a really cool addition, and again, have a really unique moveset potential. Gil is from one of Namco's games, Tower of Jiraga. It's this like dungeon scrolling RPG. I don't see that character becoming anything more than just a Mii costume. And then Tails, as cool as it would be to have a new character, I just think there aren't enough new character positions that Tails would be considered for one of them. So I think Tails would be a really cool assist trophy, but that's kind of where I see that character going. So to review, I think King K. Rool, Ashley, Gino, and Viridi could be brand new fighters in the new game based on their previous role in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS as Mii Costumes, and then Isabelle being a Villager Echo and Chrom being an Ike Echo fighter. So these are my 6 character predictions based on the Mii Costumes. I think we could get maybe 3, 4, 5 more at when all is said and done, but this is my prediction list for moving forward. So I hope you found this video fun and interesting. Again, this is my first video that I'm ever recording on this channel, so please leave feedback if you liked what you saw. If you have some suggestions, I'm open to everything. Just let me know what you guys thought. So thanks for watching, and this has been Ryan. I'll see you all in the next video.